Good evening. It's 6 o'clock, and we start tonight at 6 o'clock with this. It's a live look at the road conditions right now. This hour, a look at the interstates, and they look a lot better than they did earlier this week. Be careful, however, because depending where you are, there still are some slick spots on the roadways.
Yeah, especially out there on the city streets. Take a look. Some of these areas did have a plow come through, but that doesn't mean they're completely clear. So since we've had these sub-zero temps over the last few days, I mean, Angela, some of the snow's turned to ice.
It has turned to ice and it's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
We're going to be stuck below zero again tonight, near zero as we head into the weekend, and we don't get above freezing until the middle part of next week.
Oh my gosh. And you know, we're talking so much about the car safety, but there's the fall safety too.
For sure.
Be so careful
Yes.
if you're going out on the sidewalks or to your mailbox.
Yes, because it's hard to move all of that snow that, as you pointed out, has now turned to ice because of the cold. We remain under a weather impact alert because of the cold. Temperatures right now in the teens. It'll be interesting to see how the cloud cover, if it sticks around, has an impact on overnight temperatures. We're at 13 Bunker Hill right now, 16 degrees currently in Indianapolis. We'll stick with some clouds around this evening. Sunset happening just about now at 6:01. Evening temperatures in the teens will drop into the single digits, and then by early tomorrow morning, zero, if not a couple of degrees below zero. You will again need all of the layers tomorrow. Single digits during the morning hours, afternoon temperatures in the teens. We'll forecast somewhere between 15 and 20 for most of us. Weather impact alert continues because of the below zero wind chills, below zero temperatures overnight, and you'll notice already at the bottom of your screen, we're getting some more school delays for tomorrow morning, but we have had an update from IPS for now operating as scheduled for our Friday.
All right, Angela, thanks so much. Want to give you a live look now at this is the Indy Snowforce viewer. So this tracks where the snow plows are currently and where they've been recently.
We do know that DPW crews now are slowly winding down those extended 12-hour shifts that they've been working on day after day, solid since last Friday. So what are the current conditions on the road across the city?
Our Brandon Sheff has the answer for us tonight. Brandon?
Yeah, good evening, Scott and Anne Marie. We're not too far away from downtown Indianapolis, right here on North Talbot Street. We're right in between Delaware and Pennsylvania streets. And while Delaware and Pennsylvania, you know, those certainly seem to be a little more clear, right here in the middle where you have these homes, right just by, you do still see a lot of snow on the ground. So it really does make it where there's only enough room for essentially one car at a time to be going on streets like this right now. And you do see a lot of cars that are still parked on the side of the road, some of them still really surrounded by a lot of that snow. So certainly something for everyone to be keeping in mind, and certainly trying to make sure that they can get their cars out, right, if they have them parked on the side of the street here. Well, Indy DPW has been on 12-hour rotating shifts since last Friday night and will resume working regular shifts at 11 p.m. tonight. Indy DPW contractors were activated once we had at least 4 inches of snow, and between today and tomorrow, Indy DPW is inspecting the work that contractors did to clear snow from the roads. Residents who think that their street was missed, they're asked to contact the Mayor's Action Center or submit a ticket via the Request Indy website or app, and include photos if you can. Now, Indy DPW does not plow private property. They say that homeowners are responsible for clearing their own driveways, sidewalks, and areas around mailboxes.
You need to be able to get, out of your driveway and to the roadway. Other than that, we're definitely counting on these contractors to get these side streets, these residential streets, passable.
We got quite a few pickup trucks running around with a blade on them pushing snow, but they can only do so much. I had 12.5 inches snow in my driveway.
And Fred Buckingham, who you just heard from, he lives on North Cole Street over on the west side. And we are right here just about to be at Delaware Street, where it has really been a lot more clear. So you certainly can see that there is a pretty big difference just depending on what road you're on right now. And it's certainly something to keep an eye on as you're driving around, and make sure that you know exactly what your route's going to look like. Scott, Anne Marie, back to you.
All right, Brandon, thanks so much. Well, the interstates, as we saw at the top of the show, really in pretty decent shape, but In between, here and there, are slick spots, and that's what's keeping state police pretty busy out on the roadways. They say they've been responding to hundreds of slide-offs and crashes ever since the snow ended.
And for the 6th time in 5 days, an Indiana State Trooper's car got hit. Ashton Hackman shares what happened tonight and the message from police.
From an overturned semi on 465 to slide-offs on I-70 and drivers spinning into the median on I-69, it's been crash after crash for Indiana State Police.
This has been a marathon, a very, very long event for us with sustained emergency call volumes that we've never seen before.
From the start of the storm Saturday to Thursday afternoon, state troopers in the Indianapolis district responded to 530 crashes, 212 slide-offs, and 732 stuck vehicles.
Well, what comes with those icing conditions are high-speed crashes because people believe they're on dry pavement, they drive faster than they should be, and then they crash. We see more injuries, we see more people getting hurt.
And along the way, 6 state police cars were hit. This one happened Thursday morning on I-70 near Plainfield. A trooper investigating a rollover crash. A driver spun out of control and struck the back of the patrol car. Both okay with non-life-threatening injuries. And this was Wednesday. Not just speed and slick conditions, but alcohol behind this crash. Police arrested the driver for OWI. The trooper walked away with minor injuries.
People make poor decisions in their driving. They even make poor decisions before they drive. That includes getting themselves impaired. And so it just makes it dangerous for everybody.
The message to drivers: slow down and pay attention.
Even if the road looks like it's clear and dry, you have to anticipate those changing conditions, those icy spots, because the bridges, the overpasses, the ramps, they're icy, they're slick, and they're going to remain that way throughout the weekend.
Slick roads keeping troopers busy days after the snow ended. In Indianapolis, Ashton Hackman, 13 News.
Well, this cold weather feels like it's nonstop, and that means it could cost you more when you're talking about your utility bills.
Yeah, Ella Rhodes has been telling us what we need to know about things like mail delays, trash pickup, and all the other important things impacted from the storm. And that includes utility bills, which may be higher with that historic cold that came with the storm. Ella?
That's exactly right, guys. There are a few different options. Everyone is trying to stay warm right now, but if your bill alarms you, don't worry just yet. So your first option, calling your provider to ask for a payment plan. If that's not possible, there are a few other solutions. There's an energy assistance program called EAP. Qualifications for this depend on your income. If you have a family of 4, eligibility is a little more than $64,000 per year. The payment goes straight to the utility company. Now, if you still need assistance after that and make more than that, United Way also offers help. The eligibility for a family of 4 for that fund is around $72,000. The most a household can get from United Way is $600, and you can also apply more than once until you hit that maximum amount. So if you're interested in applying to that program, you can connect with one of 11 United Way partners. We'll get a link to that and information on WTHR.com for you guys.
That'd be a good resource for folks.
Definitely.
Ella, thanks. Well, we've got another weather impact alert day tomorrow thanks to the continuing cold. So make sure you've got our live Doppler 13 weather app on your phone. You can get it right now. It's a free download. Angela?
Scott, and here is the cold. Temperatures below zero early tomorrow morning, highs in the teens, and we already have lots of school delays for tomorrow morning.
Plus, the family of a domestic violence victim tonight fighting to keep others in a similar situation safe.
We'll share the change that they'd like to see at the state level to protect vulnerable people faster. But first, a 16-year-old is now charged as an adult facing murder charges.
Tonight, we're uncovering the connection between the young suspect and the victim. That's next.